as attorneys, there's no commercial lending market by the traditional banks. There's no credit. The few deals you're seeing are coming from the private banks. There's few and in between. The deals you're seeing are deals that happened pre-COVID. They had to be renegotiated for the discount. There are deals being negotiated and things talking about they will be coming out, but they're not coming from the traditional banks. The New York City guarantee law. On May 27th, the city council passed a law. It stated that from March 7th, 2020 through September 30th, 2020, landlords may never enforce personal guarantees of certain commercial tenants. Under the law, the guarantor is again liable for any rent or other charge defaults that arose either before or after the COVID period. The economic defaults from which the guarantors are relieved of enforcement include utility expenses or taxes owed by the tenant under the lease or rental agreement, or fees and charges relating to routine building maintenance owed by the tenant under the lease or rental agreement. This is why the law is unconstitutional. The United States Supreme Court in 1933 allowed a Minnesota law that allowed you to pay your mortgage late to be held constitutional by the United States Supreme Court. And it had a 5-factor test. But one thing it said you couldn't do is you could not bar payments permanently. And the reason was the contract clause says that the government cannot interfere with private contracts. It's called the contract clause. And the other thing is that it's very limited. I know that every commercial tenant believes that they're off the hook for guarantors from March to September 30th, but they're not. It's only restaurants and bars banned by the governor's orders from on-premises food service, retail establishments shut down for being non-essential, gambling facilities, gym, fitness centers and classes and movie theaters, and hairdressers and other cosmetic establishments. Everybody else doesn't apply to this. Also, the only guarantors this law protects are actual human beings. If you're an LLC or another business entity, you're not protected. If the guarantee is a separate document, I'm not so sure you're protected, which that needs to be litigated. On July 6th, Executive Order 2002.48 appeared. It ended other executive orders prohibiting court actions dealing with rent, except to continue for 30 days, stopping commercial evictions and commercial foreclosures. You can send out a notice, but you cannot proceed with a commercial eviction or foreclosure for 30 days. Now, in foreclosure court, in state Supreme Court, and now all 5 boroughs, there's no action going on. No auctions are going on. No auctions are going on unless they're out of court. They're outside the court's purview. Motions are not being heard. Motions are not being decided. And we're starting cases in state Supreme Court. We're able to start them. We're able to send out notices, except some of the banks won't start any notices until all the moratoriums of the executive orders, which end August 19th, August 20th, are over. So right now, it's not a good time to be foreclosing since it's just not working.